Hello, hello, everyone. Yes, we are back and we are live. So let me go ahead and refresh my screen and make sure we are live and happening for you all. I'm so happy everybody is here and joining us. As you guys come in, say hello. Let us know wherever you are tuning in from. So this is so exciting. So say hello as you guys are coming into the live so we can give you a little shout out and let you know how everything is going on in your neck of the woods too. So let's refresh the screen. Yes, today is Thursday. I am definitely excited for today's live video. So excited. So here we are, here and happening. Yay! So as you guys come in and tune in, say hello. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you are a competitor or a pageant mom or director, let us know. We want to know who you are, where you're from, where you're representing as you guys come on into the live. And I want you to share this video tonight. It's going to be amazing. And I'm so happy to bring out my brother. Yes, we have a special guest tonight that we are going to be having here on the live. So as you guys are coming in, again, remember to share this video. Share this on your personal pages, your public figure pages, and just share the love so everybody can see what is going on with the Cosmos. This Cosmo International 2020 here, Samantha Abraham here to share the love with you tonight on 12 months to nationals. So I'm so excited. Also, let me know if you guys can hear me, if the volume and everything is good on the platform tonight. I would love to know. Make sure that everything is good for you guys as you guys are tuning in. And also remember, let me know where you're from, what your name is, what system you represent. Are you a contestant or delegate, a pageant mom, or you're a director or makeup artist or wardrobe stylist? Let me know who you are and where you are representing from. What system as well. This is just not about Cosmos. This is about what we love to do in pageantry, because this is not a game. It's not. Well, it is. It's kind of like our football, right? That's what I like to say anyway. Pageantry is serious business. It's our football, right? Okay, guys, we have a special guest that we're going to be having tonight. And I will be allowing him to make his debut very soon. He's getting all set up and all ready for you guys to share his journey to the crown. And we're going to have him as our guest speaker tonight. That is Mr. Cosmos United States of 2020, which is so exciting. So again, if you guys are here tonight, let me know you're here. Give a shout out. Say hello on the live stream. Get your questions ready as well. Get those questions ready for you guys. We want to hear everything that you guys have to say. Any questions you have maybe for me about Cosmos and pageantry in general, and also for Mr. Cosmos that will be joining us. Mr. Cosmos United States, he's in our national title holder tonight, and he will be coming on with us shortly. So let me just welcome everyone. Welcome to 12 Months to Nationals with myself, Samantha Abraham, your Mrs. Cosmo International of 2020. I am so excited for this journey that we're going to be creating and walking together. If you guys are thinking, what is 12 Months to Nationals about? Well, you guys, I'm so glad you asked. 12 Months to National is about building your platform and your journey to the crown as a title holder during your reign and beyond the crown. How are you going to do that? I know that a lot of us struggle with a lot of different things within the pageant sector. We don't want to ask questions because we're scared to, or we're just not exactly knowing who to go to. So we're going to try to alleviate a lot of those questions and try to get a lot of things answered. So don't be afraid to go ahead and message me or leave a message on my website with 12 Months to Nationals, and I will go ahead and actually leave that for you guys so that you can see that. And make sure that you go ahead and like that page, because that's where we will be doing a lot of our engagement, and you will get the latest news, not just about Cosmos, but pageantry in general. I'll also be giving you guys plenty of strategies. A lot of us struggle with finances and funding and sponsorship. Well, that's what 12 Months to Nationals was created to do, to help you not only just build your platform as a great title holder, but to be able to support yourself and your platform along with your sister queens as well. So if you guys go ahead and like 12 Months to Nationals, that will be fabulous so that you can get the most out of the journey, okay? So let me go ahead and I'll put that link down here for you. Also, let me know if you can hear me, make sure that when you're tuning in, everything is pretty clear for you guys, because I am using a new system here tonight. And I thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, so we are so excited for this. Yes, Mr. Cosmos, the United States organization, our director, Austin Phelps, he was our Mr. Cosmos International of 2019. He is tuning in tonight as well. So if you guys want to go ahead and follow that page as well, I'll go ahead and put that information out here for you guys. Yes, we have a Mr.'s division. The Mr.'s division is real. It is happening. And you guys, it is a thing. Guys do compete in pageants. We want to show you how we do it. We want to show you and tell you why we do it. It's not just for women. It is about the brother and the sisterhood. And I love that with the Cosmos, we are actually able to do that together. Okay, so if you're following our pages, you guys will see a lot of our title holders connecting together throughout their reign, and donating service time and really getting out into their communities and doing what they love. But instead of doing it individually, they love to be able to do that together. So all right, we are getting ready to tune in with our Mr. Cosmos United States of 2020, Austin. He's getting all situated here. All right, he looks fabulous, you guys. I know you're ready to see him. Yes, he looks absolutely fabulous. So before we actually even get started, allow us to go down memory lane with our Mr. Cosmos. And when he was Mr. North Carolina, we're going to go ahead and show his debut here for you guys to actually watch. So let's tune into this.
Hi, my name is Austin LaForge, and I am your Mr. North Carolina Cosmos United States. Welcome to my hometown of Forest City, North Carolina. Although small, with a population of 7,153, we do have a lot to offer, including being the #1 Christmas town in North Carolina. To me, the job of Mr. Cosmos United States and Mr. Cosmos International requires a well-rounded individual, and with that comes being physically fit. Although my fitness journey has been different than I would have hoped due to COVID-19, I have found ways around it, whether it's working out at home or working out in the park. Although the job is demanding, I think it is important to manage your time and have somewhat of a social life. So if I'm not serving my state or studying, you can find me hanging out with friends. From city to city, I'm home. Welcome to Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina, where I recently relocated to further my education. As an aspiring real estate agent and fixer-upper, I spend my free time studying to take the board exam, or just studying the market to become a licensed North Carolina realtor. Or I love making and donating essential bags to homeless shelters through my platform entitled Life. Losses, influences, family troubles, and economic downfalls cannot break you. They will only make you. As someone who has experienced assault firsthand and has lived in a homeless shelter, my goal as Mr. Cosmos United States or Mr. Cosmos International would be to travel to as many states as possible and speak with school-aged children about the importance of speaking out for help if needed. Hoping to bring home some royalty to the Queen City, Orlando. I'll see you soon.
All right, guys, that was our Mr. Cosmos United States of 2020 when he was competing as North Carolina. So that is his debut, and we're going to go ahead and bring him in on the screen and say hello to Mr. Cosmos United States of 2020, Austin. All right, Austin. Let's see here. Okay, Austin, can you hear me? Okay, great. Is it clear? All right, awesome.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Wonderful. There you are. Hi, brother.
Hi, how are you?
How are you tonight?
I am well. I am well.
Wonderful. Were you expecting me to show you off in such a manner?
No, I wasn't.
I
You started playing the video, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, no!"
Yes, of course. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna go really, really big. But I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself to the world. So go ahead, Austin. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Austin LaForge. I'm your Mr. Cosmos United States 2020. I'm so excited to be here tonight with Samantha. This woman, you guys, is amazing. The first time I met her, I knew, like, following her on social media when she was Mrs. Tennessee, like, I knew she was amazing. And then, like, meeting her, it just, like, confirmed what I already knew. I was like, this woman's a powerhouse, and here she is.
I love you. You're so sweet. So when I met Austin, like, I don't know if you felt that connection to Austin, but I know when we met each other, it was like we already knew each other. Did you
I know,
feel
we just
that?
clicked.
Yeah.
At the luau party, it was like we've known each other forever.
Yeah. And talking in the hallways that, when we were preparing throughout the pageant and like me bossing you around and telling you what to do. It was like it was meant to be. We're meant to be friends. I just love it.
It was great though.
It really was.
Before every phase of competition, so definitely.
Yeah, so since we're talking about competition right now, Austin, can you tell us how was your experience at nationals when we went to Florida?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. So the national pageant this summer was the first pageant I've ever competed in. So as like Mr. North Carolina, I went at large, so I was appointed the title. So this was the first pageant I've ever competed in. So I didn't know what to expect. It was a new system. Okay. The Mr. division had just been added, so I had no idea what to expect. But it was so much fun. Like, we were talking about that afterwards. Like, we had so much fun. Like, yeah. And I don't think that people really expect guys to take it as serious as girls would. But I mean, that is not the case. That is not. We showed up ready to compete, and I mean, it was so much fun.
Yes, it was. It was absolutely amazing. So, like, what are you thinking about guys in competition? You talked about that a little bit, but what do you think about going into a little bit further detail about men competing in the pageants? How do you feel about that?
I mean, personally, I think everyone should do it. For the past couple of years, like, I've looked for an opportunity to compete in a male pageant, and it was just like finding that one. And then when the Cosmos organization came about, I was like, this like might be a sign, like, this is the first year we're holding the competition. This might be my time. So I was like, let's just do it. Like, I just sat in my bedroom one night and I was like, I'm going to apply. So I did. And like, it's been great. I mean, if any guy is considering it, so many people are like, I'm not built for that. I can't do that. And it's like, I wasn't built for that either, but here we are. We're
not either, but I'm here to work, right?
We're here. We're doing it. So I mean, I just say, just go for it. What was
the best part or the part of competition that you liked? the most?
Swimsuit. Swimsuit was fun.
Yeah.
Being on that outdoor stage, it was like, I'm sure like people in the audience might have been a little hot, but it felt so good on that stage. And we're over here in swimsuits, and it was like I don't know, I loved it. It was
Right.
so much fun. I was like, let's do that again.
Yeah, it was. It was. And then when we were down there with COVID, everything was fine. It was safe. Did you have any issues? I know I didn't have any issues. Did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
we pretty much were back to back, so it wasn't like we were roaming Florida.
Right, right, right.
Um,
And then whenever you were competing with Mississippi and South Korea, how was that?
that was awesome. It was so cool to meet Mr. South Korea,
Yeah,
to have someone from like out of the country, and he has so much background. So it
yeah,
was awesome to meet him. And then me and Denver's from Mississippi. I mean, it was like me and you, like when we met each other, it was like we've known each other.
yeah.
Like, and we're so close.
Right, absolutely.
And that's the great thing about pageantry too, is building those relationships, those friendships.
Right. Yes. It's like long lasting relationships. Now, from a guy's perspective, what do you love or like most about pageants? Besides, we talked about relationship, but what else is it that you like about pageants?
It gives you a platform to give back. So
Okay.
we all have our personal platform that we promote, and it gives you a platform within your platform to
Right.
expand your platform. And I think that's awesome. My platform is entitled Life, which talks about overcoming life obstacles.
Yeah.
And I'll go a little bit more into that. But with this crown and sash, like, if there's something you want to do, this helps you get your foot in the door. And I always say, like, what you do once you're in the door is up to you, but this helps you get in the door. So I think that's an awesome thing about pageants. And that's really one of the main reasons why I wanted to compete.
Agreed. Agreed. So let's talk about your platform and what that means to you and why you created it. Like, go ahead into a little bit of detail about that, because I love it. It's so empowering. It really is, and I want people to hear your story.
Yeah, so like I said, my platform is entitled LIFE, and it stands for Losses, Influences, Family Troubles, and Economic Downfalls Cannot Break You, They Will Only Make You. And through that, I get to share my story of surviving child abuse and living in a homeless shelter. Not many people know this, but 90% of children that survive child abuse or experience child abuse in general know their perpetrator. So,
Right.
I mean, if you think about that, there's so many kids that are staying inside and they're not speaking up. They're not,
Right.
because majority of the time it's their parent, it's their aunt, it's their uncle, it's
Right.
someone they're close to that's doing it to them, and they trust them. So
Right.
knowing these kids are not reaching out for help, they're not asking for help and getting help for anyone. I mean, and without them reaching out, there's nothing we can do. And
Right.
I mean, it sucks. So with this platform, my goal was to go into schools. COVID has changed that some, but just
Right.
talk to students, like tell my story, educate them,
Right.
let them know that it's okay to reach out for help. If you feel that you need help, it's okay to reach out. So
Right.
that's this year, like that's what I wanted to do. And with my community service, like I said, I lived in a homeless shelter due to the situation that happened with my family.
Right.
And that shelter was amazing. It was a shelter that protects families from domestic abuse. And
Oh,
the care they show, and like, they don't make you feel like a statistic. They make you feel like family in that house. And it's just like, when I made this platform, I was like, how can I give back? And I
right.
mean, these shelters take in random families like every day. So
Right.
I came up with life essentials. So I
Okay.
make these essential bags, and they have shampoo, lotion, toothbrush, toothpaste, a pair of socks, just stuff like that, a water bottle, a granola bar, stuff like that. So whenever these people check into shelters, they can hand them one. And then I put an
Okay.
autograph card on it with a little message of encouragement.
I love that. I love that. So, okay, just a little bit about your story and trying to reach kids. can you give us a little bit of a background about your story, just so that they can understand and grasp that it happens to people like us?
Yeah, so I won't go too far into detail, but my family, so my biological father lives in Michigan,
Okay.
and my mom, she moved here from Michigan. She was remarried. My stepdad, they got married, or I guess he came into my life when I was 3.
Okay.
So pretty much like my father figure. Um, and probably 8 or 9 years went by. Everything's fine. Everything's golden.
Right.
Nothing's wrong.
Right.
One day that changes, and
Everything.
it's just like everything changes, and it takes that one situation
Right.
to change a whole family. And I think like that's what people need to know. Like it doesn't mean that it's going to happen every day. Like if
Right.
you're experiencing child abuse or domestic abuse in general, like it doesn't mean that it's going to happen every day. Like it can randomly happen. Like one thing can set someone off, and it
Right.
can happen. And that's what happened to me and my family.
Right.
So I think it was a little, I won't say it was harder, but everything was fine and then it wasn't. So
Right.
I'm going into high school, starting a new chapter of my life, and I'm living in a homeless shelter. I'm going home to a homeless shelter because we're forced to.
Right.
They said that it like wasn't. It would be more. They said it would affect us more if we stayed in the house because that's where it happened.
Absolutely.
So we had to find somewhere to go, and that was a shelter that protected against that. So that's where they sent us. So just imagine like starting your freshman year of high school and you're driving home to a
Yeah.
shelter
Right.
where you have to like put in a secret code to get in a fenced in.
Right. Absolutely. Or
It's
even imagine having to stay in that situation and have to live that closed life, because there's a lot of people and there's a lot of kids, women, maybe even, even young men that don't have an avenue to get out or don't know how to get out because they're scared
right.
too. They're scared too.
Exactly.
But how did
Exactly.
you overcome that, Austin?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, it took years. It
Yeah.
took years. And growing up in like a small town, like there's small southern towns, you know how it can be. Like people are super judgmental, and you have that, and then you have like your own family troubles, and that's why I always say like it's important to understand like what people are dealing with at home, because
Right.
you truly never know. And so
Right.
like when you're dealing with all these things at once, it's a lot to overcome, and it's not something that's going to happen overnight. So I would say like it's definitely been like a huge like mental thing over the years.
Right.
And I moved to Charlotte last October, and
Okay.
since moving here, like that has helped a lot because it's given me like the headspace to just clear
Yeah.
my mind, like
Disconnection.
focus on myself and like
Yeah.
my goals. And then
Absolutely, absolutely. And then with pageantry and entering into the cosmos, I'm sure that gave you a better and bigger outlet for you to go ahead and hone in that focus on something positive as well.
right,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I already knew a little bit about the story, y'all, but I just wanted to share with you guys that, our platforms it's serious business. It's something that comes from our heart, no matter what it is, whether it's domestic violence or it's abuse, breast cancer awareness, sex trafficking. Our platforms come from somewhere. It's not just about picking something and running with it just because other people do that. So that's why I say that pageantry is like our football. But there's so much that we do as title holders to prepare for this. Don't you agree, Austin?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I love it. So we talked about nationals, we talked about your platform, and so tell us what you plan on doing now as Mr. Cosmos United States 2020 and during COVID. Do you have some things that are planned? Because I know you're working with, your director, Austin Phelps. Austin and Austin was just awesome. And I know you guys are working on stuff. Can you share with us anything that you have planned or any little secrets?
Yeah, so like I said, my goal like with my platform was to go into schools,
Okay.
but a lot of schools are closed right now, so that has been challenging. But I did have it's a new like group home for teens that
Okay.
are same situation, like
kind of like a foster home for teens, like escaping like domestic abuse cases. They reached out to me and they just opened in the Charlotte area. So I plan to be doing some work with them, going in there, spending time, like organizing events with them. So I have that in the works. Out of that, we got it. We have a few things coming up these next couple of months. I know we're both judging a pageant in Atlanta at the end of this month, so that's exciting.
Okay.
And then one of my personal goals when I was crowned with my platform, since it's a national title, I said I wanted to hit at least 10 states this year and visit shelters in at least 10 states. So that's one of my goals. So it will be accomplished. I promise.
Yeah, it's happening. Oh, it's happening.
It's happening. I'm coming to Tennessee.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So, what plans do you have? Do you have any plans in place to try to get these states and get people round up?
So I've just been doing research and like writing down, I have like a note and just like writing down like different shelters. Because I know with Cosmos we do all kinds of stuff, and I know like we have a photo shoot coming up that's gonna be in Bristol. So I mean, then like when we do that, like I'll probably go down a day early, hit Virginia, Tennessee, knock those out.
Right.
So yeah, I've definitely been doing my research.
Coming in February, right? The state. Coming in February to state.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yep. It's gonna be amazing.
I know, it's so exciting.
A marvelous production. Yeah.
It is. Such a cool venue.
Oh my gosh, the casino. Look, you'll find us late at night when the kids are in bed.
Right. You'll find us.
Absolutely. You'll find us late at night when the kids are in bed, when the kids are sleeping.
With a $20 limit, because
I know.
we can't lose it all down there.
Right. Can't risk it all. But I'm just like, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. So I know when we had it at High Point, it was beautiful. I just can't even imagine and fathom what it's going to be like now. So it's going
to be so beautiful there.
Yes, I know, you were telling me. I'm like,
ooh. And the hospitality there is unreal.
Oh,
the people there are so nice. Like,
yes, you know how I feel about hospitality. I'm like,
you'll love it.
Service, yes.
Yeah.
So tell us what's next for you, Austin.
Oh, dinner.
No. Yes, dinner. Oh, I'm hungry. Yes, I think I'll eat. But actually, your brain and we do this year and we make it an amazing year. What is next for you after this year? Pageantry, non-pageantry, what are your plans?
So a lot of people don't know, but I was actually, during my prep for nationals, I was attending real estate school here in Charlotte. So I completed that about a month before we left. We were I was in the middle of the in-person class, and then COVID happened. So then we switched to Zoom, which that had its challenges in itself. But hey, we got through it. So that's next for me. I'm going to be starting my career soon in the next month or two. So stay tuned for that. Exciting news to come there. But besides that, I have plans. Like, my goal is to sell real estate property. But one of my big goals that I've always had is to buy and flip properties as well. So that's something within the next, I'll probably start that around the time we're giving up our titles. Just because, it's definitely coming soon. I'm excited about that.
You're going to be fabulous. You're going to be fabulous. So let's just take a guess.
Oh no.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you're back.
Oh, there you
I
are.
was,
So
I was
what
like,
is
what
something?
happened?
It's okay. I don't know what happened. That's all right. So what's something that you can share with somebody to prepare for whenever they're getting ready to compete, especially from a guy standpoint? We'll say for guys. I mean, I'm sure the same thing works for women, but what is there something that you can actually do?
For
Or
sure. Cosmos is a true Southern pageant system, so I would say it's very similar to prep for as a woman. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think it's just focusing on yourself, finding who you are and what you want to do. If you win the title, knowing exactly what you want to do with it is important. Because going in, and I know like me and you talked before my interview, and that was something that you told me, like, know exactly what you want to do and say exactly what you want to say. So I think that's important going into it. You know,
yeah.
don't just show up with no plan,
No.
because if you do that, I mean, you're going to be lost. So
Yeah.
just show up with a plan, know what you want to do, and
Yeah.
go
And just
out.
go and execute and show out. Show out and show off, because I'm telling you what, Austin was showing out the whole time. His outfit, his smile, his presence, everything. His interview was amazing. How did you think and what did you think about the press conference style interview?
So ours ended up changing a little. So we ended up having a private interview.
Okay.
So it was I mean, it was like same style, but we were in a different room, so like people like couldn't watch, but it was the
Okay.
same like style of interview.
Okay.
um but I mean, it was good. I liked how you can give like your 2 minute intro and they can, like, it's you telling them what you want them to know.
Right.
Other
Absolutely.
than that, I mean, it's up to you what y'all talk about in that interview. So, and like they said when we were prepping, they said if you want your interview to be political, speak politically.
Right.
If you want it to be about yourself, speak about yourself. So I
Right.
think that's awesome that you kind of control like how that goes, and you
Right.
can truly share with them what you want them to know.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, Austin, that was such. I had so much fun with you.
I know this was
Look,
fun.
look, you're
It's
my
such a
third.
cool system too.
I
I love this.
know.
Yeah, it's like I feel like we're like on a news show.
We are. This is
You're like pulling me in for a segment.
almost to Nationals news flashing right before our eyes. I love it. Yay.
You
So, Austin,
have
can
your
you
own
tell
segment on the
everybody
channel.
where they can actually find you?
Do what?
Where they can find you on Facebook, on Instagram, what your hashtags are.
Yes, so on Facebook, it is Mr. Cosmos United States.
Okay.
My Instagram is at Mr. Cosmos US.
Okay.
And my personal pages are just Austin LaForge on Instagram and Facebook. And
Okay.
my hashtags for my platform are hashtag LIFE and hashtag Life Essentials.
Life Essentials. And I'm so loving the Life Essentials. It's amazing. I'm going to make sure that everybody gets that information and people can just go ahead and follow you just with the click of a button. But let's do some encouraging words for our followers and guests watching. What's some encouraging words that you can say as people are preparing for their pageant, whether it's coming for Cosmos or whatever system that they actually want to compete with?
I would say just keep going. Like I said earlier, know exactly what you want to do and give yourself small goals to reach that big goal. And that's
Right.
what I did. Preparing for my biggest concern was preparing for fitness and swimsuit, and doing that during a pandemic when
Yeah.
no gyms were opening definitely had its challenges.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of YouTube workouts and Zoom calls with Justin to get me there. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's just, and then I realized, like, hey, I've got to do something. Like, if I can't
Right.
go to a gym, like, I've got to figure out something else. So I
Right.
was prepping too, like, just figuring out like those small goals to get you there will make a huge difference. But
Absolutely.
one of my life mottos is you regret 100% of the chances you don't take. So just go for it.
Oh, yes, 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 royalty, royalty, royalty. Ah, I love that. Well, Austin, I've had so much fun. I thank you for just coming on. Look, I thank you for coming on the show, Austin. You're here
Thank you
tonight.
for having me.
So, guys, we just want to thank you for tuning in and watching with 12 Months of Nationals with our royal king here, Mr. Cosmos United States of 2020. Austin, you have been such a pleasure, and we're going to continue to follow your reign. I'm sure you're going to come more on the show. We're going to see more of what you have to do out there. I can't wait to see you in October when we do the photo shoot. And then I'll be seeing you again in February, but I'll probably see you in between that because I'm coming down there to do some work with you guys and volunteering and everything. So thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Yes. All right, guys. Austin is amazing. I love his platform. I love his story. I'm so glad that he was able to share that with us tonight. I just want you to see how, as title holders, as queens and kings, we come from different backgrounds in all walks of life. We have stories to be told. And I always say this, I even said this in my interview, is that our platforms tell stories that save lives. Okay. I made sure I left all of the information then so that you can follow Mr. Cosmos United States of 2020 through his reign. I ask you just to go ahead and reach out to him. If there's any way that you want to connect with him, all the information is right there for you guys. He would be more than happy to speak with you, and go ahead and show your love and your support. All right. Thank you so much for watching 12 Months to Nationals tonight with me, Mrs. Cosmos International 2020, Samantha Abraham, and I can't wait to see you guys the next time. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.